alongside Frederick, Bergie Bergman and Bergie Moriah Benjamin. They have just played in the finals at this year's Trackmania tournament at the Gathering 2011. So, how did you guys prepare for the tournament?
Well, I prepared like any other tournament, so the maps came out like 1.5 months ago. So I practiced like 1 hour per day in the start. Then I had some breaks because of the university and the works and so on. And in the last 2 weeks I practiced like 2-3 hours a day and tried to practice with Frederick also, so we could compare our times and consistency. So yeah, it was pretty normal compared to the other tournaments.
What about you?
Yeah, same for me. The tracks came out like 1.5 months ago, and I'm not fond of when the tracks have been out for such a long time. But I practiced them quite a while in the beginning, and I learned them pretty fast. Then I took some small breaks and started again like at the end of last month, playing 1 to 2 hours each day and practiced together with Moriah, and yeah, here we are today.
What player do you guys see as your toughest competitor, except for yourselves?
You mean in the Gathering or overall?
At the Gathering.
Without a doubt, it's Frederick, because you know, he was the SWC World Champion, and he's very consistent when he can, and he controls the pressure very well. So yeah, definitely he's like the biggest opponent here.
What about you, Frederick?
Yeah, I'll have to go with my teammate Moriah. Simply because he came second at the SWC, has much experience from these big events, and he's a really good player. He handles the pressure well as well. So,
are there any players here at the Gathering that has surprised you skill-wise?
Yeah, definitely like Scream. I didn't know him before the Gathering, and he came here and did very good times, really close to our best personal times, and he showed really consistent, even though he choked a bit in the final and the consolation final. I think he did very well for one of his first tournaments, and I was really surprised. Also Notrop from Virtual, I think. I didn't even know it, and he beat it Holeke. No, Vele actually. Yeah, so it's another surprise.
What about you, Bergie?
Scream for sure. I knew he was a decent player before the event, but when he came here, he looked really impressive, and he played really well. He gave us a really good fight in the final. And also Notrop, like Pedro said, he came out of nowhere basically, and he impressed everyone with his really fast times and decent consistency.
You ended up at second place, Moriah. How is it like to end up behind Bergie?
Well, the problem is not ending behind Bergie. It was actually my performance. Yesterday I wasn't doing very well, but today I feel like very good. And in the practice I was doing like really good times, very good consistency. And then in the match I wasn't nervous at all, but I don't know. Sometimes I was ahead, and then some stupid bugs happened, and I ended up last and losing all the points. So, well, it's not bad finishing second place, you know, but it's bad doing such a not very good performance like I could do normally. So, well, it happens.
Bergie, you got an early lead and held this lead throughout the whole race. At what point did you realize that the victory was yours?
Well, as you said, I took the lead from the early beginning, but I think it was on maybe the third map that I realized that I am close to winning, because I was almost 20 points ahead of Moriah, which is a pretty big gap if you stay consistent and focus a lot. But I think I just played really well, and when I realized that I had won, I just wanted to finish in style, so I won the last round then, yeah.
You guys have won a lot of money. How do you plan on spending them?
Well, probably saving it for university and stuff.
What about you, Bergie?
I'll spend it on Pepsi Max.
Moriah, what do you think of the Gathering?
It's an awesome event. You know, like I've never visited anyone like this, never participated in such a big tournament. So it's pretty amazing to see like 5,000 people, I think, like you know, sharing the same passion as you do, and you know, being addicted to computer stuff and video games, and Also the esports thingy, it was pretty cool, even though they could do the matches on the biggest stage, but still was pretty cool. And yeah, it was pretty amazing to see such a different type of LAN that I'm used to, like in Portugal. Things that are very small, like 500 people, 1,000 max. So it is, here was like awesome, really big.
Would you come back next
sure,
time?
hopefully next year, yeah.
Has it been stressful playing under this kind of loud noise all the time?
No, not really, because I use noise reduction earphones, so still I'm used to it, because in XL Party and all other LANs I'm used to the noise, so it doesn't interfere.
What about you, Bergie?
Yeah, I'm used to it too. I've been to the gathering several times, so and I listen to music. Even though I can hear some of the noise behind me, it doesn't bother me at all.
Bergie, you took part in the Hong Compo too. How did that turn out?
Well, the only match that I got to play, we won. The on compo crashed with the Trackmania compo, so I couldn't play a lot of matches. Unfortunately, we lost all the other matches that we played, so I think we got to the winner bracket quarterfinal, which is not too bad because we were a mixed team. But maybe if I had played more matches, we could have reached further.
Is there anything about the tournament itself that could have been done differently?
Yeah, maybe the final, I don't know, putting in the big stage to be better for the spectators and such. Other than that, I think it was, it was on schedule, even though advanced on schedule, And yeah, it was pretty good, pretty well organized. Beast did a very good job.
What do you think, Bergie?
I couldn't agree more. I think a final deserves to be played on a stage with lots of spectators. There were quite a few spectators, even though the final wasn't on stage, but it gives another dimension. And also, like Pedro said, Beast did a magnificent job with administrating the tournament. There were no delays and everything went smoothly, so kudos to him.
Is there anything you would like to add to this before we call it?
Yeah, I want to thank our sponsors, Intel, Alienware, all the others. Big thanks to Hody for supporting, all the squads magnificently, and a big shout out to all the Norwegians and Norway itself. It's a great country and with great people.
What about you, Bergie?
I have to thank Team Dignitas and all our sponsors, Hody for doing a magnificent job with all the squads. I'd like to thank all my fans, if I have any. Thank you for the support and thank you for a great event.
Hey, thanks for your interview and have fun.